So, you know what month it is, no? We also noticed 22 days later. So, bye.
Hi.
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 Hello.
Hello. Welcome to
Another episode of.
another episode of
What is it?
So Gay It Hurts. Welcome to another episode of Chronically Online with Appa 1 and Bhaijan 1.
How dare you?
Appa 2. No.
Khalajan.
Khalajan. This month of all months, I'm not allowed to call him Bhaijan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
तो वो तू क्या मेरे को सलमान खान क्यों बना रही है भाई मेरे भी सलमान खान
That you can't be. Although I may have my suspicions about him, but no, let's not put you guys in the same bracket.
having been posting for almost 3 months and being with you, being with your pulse, being with the soul of you, we are here to finally give you a solution for all your queries.
85 subscribers.
All 85 of them have asked on every video how to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Don't you guys have anything better to do?
I wish they asked us. They asked us. We are going to work on that only.
Which one?
That they asked us.
That they asked us.
Yeah.
Why did you ask? First of all, let's wish Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride to all the LGBTQIA plus
And all the alphabets or something.
all the alphabets.
Rihanna almost lost her that thing that is she's like her soul left her body.
Oh yeah,
Of
when
all
she was
the
like
genders
and the gays and the
No, she's like all the gender something she classifications or something.
yeah, all the
like that.
classification. She was like, I cannot offend anybody.
Yeah.
I think because it was at the launch of her Fenty lingerie
something.
line.
Yeah,
Fenty
lingerie line, yeah.
And she was like, at the cusp of starting new business. I cannot be. I cannot
Removing
be,
anybody.
Yeah, I cannot. No, and I can't be dismissed by the one group who's probably interested in buying this.
Who's definitely going to buy all this
Who's
lingerie?
definitely gonna buy all of this.
Because straight people are buying Kim's lingerie.
Or Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
You know?
Uttar paisa Kim's is also very expensive.
It's very expensive. No, but I think for celebrities that the girls like and the gays like, it's been a very good. This is just in strictly capitalist terms, okay? This is not like this is the most important part. But since the girls and gays have got money, paisa in this capitalist world,
Yeah, that's why
all
Marvel
the-
has women, Marvel has witches,
Exactly.
Marvel
Now-
has gays.
Like now that these two particular cohorts have spending power, all of a sudden everybody likes a rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay, it's rainbow and pink. Do you know like there were I think just to do a little history of advertising. When they wanted to, even weight loss stuff that used to be sold to women like back in the day, 50s and 60s and all, which is what people think is the trad wife era. It's not the trad wife era, it's just the industrial revolution time. So a lot of women were encouraged to stay home and raise kids. And
Yeah.
they took
And
on those
cook.
roles. And cook, because you know, the families have to be sustained. In those times, the advertising, even products that were for women were actually marketed to men. That is that all this stuff about like, you know, household things and all, they were marketed to men to get this for your wife.
Yeah.
So that her workload is managed and she's in a better mood to take care of you.
And hysteria was very prevalent, no? Around.
History is way back. History is way back, like almost
The-
100, 150 years ago.
हाँ, hysteria का epidemic खत्म हो गया. Now we have come back to you are being so hysteric. It has come back to an adjective.
Yeah. The adjective. So it was like for the wife who's so desperate to like take care
Yeah.
of the house and please her husband and keep her kids disciplined. All these things were marketed by and also like Special K, the Kellogg Special K was the marketing. Like if we can put posters here, so disrespectful. Oh, you have put on 2 grams? Does your husband hate you now? But times have changed.
Yeah.
Girls have money now.
Yeah.
If they disrespect us like that, we'll get the company shut down.
We're like, I will buy the vacuum cleaner for myself, for my house.
Oh, my house
Why?
that I own.
Yeah, you've seen Khan type.
Oh, yeah.
After
That
so
was
much
fun.
forcing. So let me ask you a question. As a straight, heterosexual, I like men sort of a girl.
Everyone has flaws, okay, guys. You can't hold this against me. I'm very
Liking
nice.
men is a flaw.
Hey, it's a joke.
What brings you joy about watching two men kiss?
This makes me sound like a this question makes me sound like a perv, which I'm not. Okay. I think there are other ways to to put it, which would be that. Like for me, a lot of the BLs have actually felt like better depictions of romance than like very quintessentially, heterosexual or straight romances that are depicted on TV. And this I'm saying as like a die-hard Bollywood fan, die-hard Shah Rukh Khan fan, die-hard all of those things. In fact, those movies, you stop with that. Every film, anytime someone's trying to make a love story where ultimately it feels like the girl doesn't have much agency, that her choice is not freely taken. Sorry, she's not making her choices freely, that she's under a lot of family pressure, that, the guy has essentially stalked her into, like Ranjana, he stalked her into this. Or there are a bunch of Salman Khan movies where it is like, oh, you can treat your wife however you want, like Biwi number one, etc. And she comes back to you because love, she comes back to you because commitment.
I guess this is where I caught the pulse of it, right?
Yeah.
It is always key, we are in love, so what can we do for each other? See, similar tropes happen in BLs also, okay?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to differentiate here is that BLs, when the entire plot is a love story, why BLs are working so much for straight girlies and everybody,
Yes.
regardless of gender,
Yeah.
is because it focuses on developing that love. See, I know there are 1,000 fluff pieces for which one heated rivalry comes. There are 1,000 gore things for which one heart stopper comes. I understand that. But at the same time, is it really like, if you're going to promise us a love story, show us a love story, not people fighting for their love.
Yeah, that's not exactly a love story. I think it's showing people
Like,
do
if you're-
stuff for
yeah.
each other. And
Like, why do you love each other? See, love stories people go and watch because not many people have love in life. Currently, past may, forward may, everybody has a heartbreak, everybody has an unrequited love, everybody has a relationship, has had everything. Like, everybody have been there in these experiences. You go to a movie, you go watch a show and something to feel good about it, because maybe it's something which has not happened in your life and it could have happened, or maybe maybe it's just a great story to watch. Maybe it feels like, oh, that's the one that got away, and that sort of an emotion is being triggered and rubbed nicely.
Yeah.
So these are the reasons people watch love stories.
correct. Plus, when you said that, you want the feel good thing, that's actually an important characterization, because BLs are different from gay dramas.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, that's the thing that I didn't know. Not that I would, for instance, can't call Brokeback Mountain a BL.
Yeah.
You just can't. Not just because they didn't end up with each other. There might be BLs where, they are separated ultimately at the end for whatever reason. But the entire journey, it's about the crisis of two men in the closet and in heterosexual marriages. And that's so complicated. So BLs are also popular because people have had enough of the crises. They are like, if we just keep talking about crises, like I don't think people would enjoy it if every movie which is about like a boy and girl falling in love, literally every film is like, oh, look how much conflict is there between them. Look how much they actually don't like each other. Look how much their families don't like each other. And then they're together for like 2 minutes at the end. They're like, oh, we gave you guys a happy ending, right? Don't ask anything more than that. And then the movie just closes.
Yeah.
The show just closes. That would be called not focusing on the joy of being in love. So BL is doing
And
that.
the actual trials and tribulations, which is your personal journey. And I do feel like between heterosexual romances and homosexual romances, the great part differentiation comes in where all the South Indian movies, Hindi movies, even English ones, all the romantic rom-coms or just romantic dramas that we've seen, it's like, okay, they meet, one song, they fall in love, but then it's about, in one movie, father doesn't want, in one movie, sister, in one movie, mother. Okay, we have also moved on from that. In one movie, she has cancer, in one movie, she has dementia, in one movie, she's dying, in one movie, he's dying, in one movie, she's something, all of these things are there. So it's all instance-based.
It's all instance-based.
It's always instance-based. And it's never the character's personal journey. Like, let's say, a Tamasha or...
Jab We Met.
Jab We Met.
Which are weirdly Imtiaz Ali movies.
Also, at the same time, Tu Jhuti Main Makkaar also, it is not about the family, it's not about the world, it's about those two people. I'm not going to say if it's a great movie or a bad movie, but one thing which I liked in the movie is that it is between their personality conflict.
Yes.
That will come under showing us a love story. It's a personality conflict that you're taking, right, as an element. It can be that, okay, because in homosexual stories, it's easier because there is a closet element present. There is a...
That is your inherent conflict. So you also don't need to, you have to understand that for straight romances, essentially, there is no, actually, I don't know if I can say that, outside of stuff like religion, caste, creed, etc. If a guy and girl want to be together, they can be together. This is something that cinema also has pushed for a really long time. Actually, real life is more complicated than that. So a lot of movies, when they want to make it a romantic drama, the conflicts that we're talking about, right? Yeah, Amrish Puri style father, which is really that is contributed to the lifelong employment of Amrish Puri till his death. You sort of oppose your daughter's marriage.
Yeah.
Whoever she wants to marry, no, don't like this boy. First one, there was like Simran, Jile Apni Zindagi. There's actually, to be very honest, no, between Kuljit and Shah Rukh Khan's character Raj. Kuljit is the guy he has picked for her.
Yeah.
Raj is this. Raj is way better.
Yeah.
Kuljit is one big ass perv. Okay, and your daughter was raised in London. This guy has been raised in Punjab. How? There's nothing in common between them.
DDLJ is one extreme to the same conversation as what is that movie?
Which one?
Amitabh Bachchan, Jaya Bachchan.
K3 ji, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. It is the extreme opposite, right? There, the DDLJ mein it is about Parivar Ka Pratishtha vagera also, but at the same time, she's able to make the differentiation that this is the guy. Like he's an actual asshole, but I'll not get married to this guy. And he's actually nice, so I might want to get married to this guy. And she can stand up and fight for it because they, like, okay, at least half of the movie is them falling in love. That does that some justice.
Why do you think DDLJ works? DDLJ is not a family movie. It's not a wedding movie. I fucking am fed up of wedding movies. We saw Cocktail 2 and the second half was like all wedding. And I was like, I'm done. I'd like to leave. I miss my cat.
So many of those we are seeing these days.
Like Rocky or Rani, wedding movie. Like it's
what is that one? Varun Dhawan ka.
Sunny Sanskari, wedding movie. Like
entire second half is wedding. Are you trying to get sponsorships with Mohe and shit? Is that why?
And also, like, if a person wanted to see a wedding movie, you open Instagram, scroll for 2 hours. There's your wedding movie. See, it's happening.
This is where BL's cracked the code, right?
Because it's not a wedding movie. Because anyway, in so many countries, they're not allowed to get married. So you also can't rely on that crutch.
Even when you can get married in your country, 12 episodes of conflict, loving each other, going back and forth, coming back and forth, all of that. And 13th episode, the epilogue is where you are together and celebrating that part.
Exactly. So, like, I like the epilogue thing. Give people a happy ending. It's epilogues are very fanciful also. Epilogues are almost a fantasy. Like, you know, Titanic, ultimately the ship sinks and Jack dies. You know this, na?
I know.
Yeah. But they do there's like a fantasy epilogue where it's like, what if they had lived and they're getting married on the ship and she's walking down and all the guests.
So it's like those dead wife montages.
It's like a dead wife montage, but all the passengers who died on the Titanic are alive.
They're happy for
these people. First
that's
of all,
the real science fiction classism.
Classism. Because the rampant classism. Like he's won a ticket to that ship and freaking died for it. Okay, it's so sad. I don't think
that is exactly what would have happened to Charlie in the chocolate.
Celebrating his wedding, bahut dur ki baat. They wouldn't. I'm sure they wouldn't even have been okay with him sitting at the table if he hadn't actually been pretending to be one of the rich lady's sons. He wears her suit and all, and then he comes to the dinner. Because if they knew that he is one of those guests from the engine room, they'd be like, "Is Garib in this? Is Garib American ko nikalo yahan se."
So you still did not answer my question as to why you like watching Two Boys Kiss.
I literally just this is what happens when you're a dyslexic fellow who doesn't listen to this. I think BLs are also it's a very indulgent style of filmmaking. You don't get that. You don't get that a lot. I think unfortunately the imbalance between genders creeps in a lot in straight romances.
Yes. It's always that one is being pursued and the other one is pursuing.
Pursuer.
Yes, at the same time. You've seen Thantape, we've seen Thantape.
So there is a pursuing and a pursuer.
There is a pursuing and a pursuer. It is there, yes. It's a trope because we still live in an extremely gendered society, right? So
even the ways of what do you say, looking at same-sex couples.
Yeah.
Or it's like what is that? People asking to two lesbians, who's the guy?
It's like that Golden Girls ka clip I showed you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm definitely the little homemaker, and like I take out the trash.
Yeah.
I am the little homemaker, if that's what you meant.
And I take out the garbage.
Like it's always it is gendered. It might be cute. See, I'm a person. I'm on the spectrum of the gender, but at the same time, I do like The dichotomy of it. It is fun. As a trope, it is fun to watch in romantic stories.
Because it's just a dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay, things can be very equal. Ultimately, everyone likes equality.
Yeah.
Okay, feminists, we love equality. It's definitely true. But I don't think anyone can deny that there are the opposites attract thing.
Yeah.
The energy between them. You've got,
Yeah.
and I think it's there everywhere. Like, one partner likes to party, one likes to go home early, and one loves horror movies, one hates horror movies. It's like you're not gonna like the reference, but
Which
like
one?
in How I Met Your Mother, Lily and Marshall.
Lily and Marshall,
They are
yes,
we're the perfect couple because I love olives and I hate olives. That's what. And then in the end, Marshall confesses he's like, I love olives too. But I love you more, so I'm just gonna pretend to hate olives. I'm never gonna eat one. You eat all the olives, and I just want to be with you. So I think people also love the polarity.
And that is good, right? The polarity is, because end of the day, again, whenever we are watching a BF, we're still looking at a story someone made.
Yeah, it's fictional.
For us. So it's still piece of media. It's not someone's life.
It's not someone's life.
So for that, stereotypes or character tropes, character lines, these are very important and these are fun to have around also.
Yeah.
Because similarly, we keep thinking that only closet is the only thing which can be the
problem between
in a BL. Because we've
seen by evidence though that that's not
Yeah.
true. For instance, Heartstopper. I understand that in the beginning it's like, for those of you who haven't seen Heartstoppers, there's this hella cute love story between these two kids in school, Nick and Charlie.
Yeah.
And Charlie is the one.
These two pilgrims
These
who are
two pilgrims.
This
Fucking
is
love that
Leviticus
show.
ka prequel.
I love that show. He hates it because they're not doing enough.
They are anti-sex is what they are.
They are pro-love. All right.
This debate will keep on going till the end of the day.
And then I will die since I'm older than
It is an anti-sex show.
It is
anti-sex
it is
propaganda.
pro-love.
You
It is
tell me,
it's
Netflix, you tell me what teenagers around 14, 15, 16 are respectfully. I don't want to do it.
It's the Vivah.
I'm not talking about the
BLs.
Indians. I'm not talking about the Indians. Literally every single other teenage show, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever it is that I have seen, people are jumping on each other. Remember Easy A?
Easy. Oh yeah, I remember Easy A. Like for a show
Emma Stone, like this she's doing and she's full buying the entire school. And you're telling me these two pilgrims are not touching each other or kissing each other?
they do kiss, they just don't do whack shit because they're young and people need to get comfortable. People need to start feeling comfortable with their bodies. And their sexuality.
L, trans girl, has body image issues and doesn't know how to do things in bed. That happens with Ellen Tao. And they figure that out and these pilgrims are still holding hands. 2 seasons of this.
Some people like to take things slow. I cannot even believe that I have to defend a piece of spectacular media just because you are a hound dog. Right?
You've seen how many...
This is why this guy has seen Heated Rivalry 5 times for research.
purposes.
Research purposes.
Hey, see, you've seen Than Type, right? You've seen Than Type with me. She has seen it.
Yeah.
But you understand what I'm talking about. Teenagers act like that.
Some teenagers, because I also don't fully
I've never seen pilgrims in my life. I've only seen these types of teenagers.
Yeah, to each his own. But
Yeah.
see, I've
But
not
also
forgotten.
you were also, whenever I picture you as a child, I also picture you like in a nun outfit with a bell.
There was no nun outfit.
And like 2 people come
There
near,
was-
like, shame.
There was no nun outfit and there was no bell. But I used to eat and live and breathe padhai. All right, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Yes, I was a pilgrim, and nerds unite. Okay,
It's not like Charlie and Nick are being pilgrims.
because they love studies. They don't love studies either.
No, Charlie is even failing at things.
That's because he's gotten distracted because his boyfriend is so hot, which is so cute. It's so cute. Okay.
The only conflicting part about that series is Ben. But also, who has not had a Ben in their life though?
I think when you ask me, okay, why would girls gravitate towards BL so much? There's a lot of different things there. One of the things is also that because of the fact that it's between our two genders that are treated so differently socially also, a lot of the things that they're going to be like, oh, this is about love. So many things just end up coming off as misogynistic.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of room for that in a BL. Like in movies, there could be tropes of like, she's dressed a certain way and the guy says, don't be dressed like that. And then she is like, no, I'd like to dress however I want. Immediately, and this is the male gaze problem.
Yeah.
This is not a straight romance problem. Straight romance is fun, okay guys? Like straight romance is great. I always like to tell people that you want to look at a good straight romance, watch a DDLJ,
Yeah.
watch a Jab We Met, watch. These are the movies where you'll come to know that two people, all of these things, choosing to be together, having fallen in love organically,
Yeah.
us against the world, all of those things. For all of these three movies that exist, are thousands of horrendous movies.
Yeah.
Like Raja Hindustani, very big, very, very famous
don't know
movie.
what it
Karishma Kapoor is there.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes.
Rich girl, cabby guy. Okay.
It's always the Taming of the Shrew which goes
So
on.
always,
By the way, that Taming of the Shrew BLs also.
I know that.
Which is third time, by the way. Like,
It's
it
not,
just feels like...
as a person who saw Than type, it's not Taming of the Shrew. He is deeply in denial. In fact, Than has gone along with types. One may call them tantrums.
Yeah.
They're not tantrums. Type has a lot of rules about what that relationship is going to go like. Than's gone along with almost all of them.
Because he doesn't want to be in a relationship.
Who?
Type, in the first place.
Yeah, Type doesn't
Doesn't want to be in the relationship. Like I'm telling you, around like the sixth episode mark or something is when that girl shows up and we hit that list. We don't get jealous.
We don't
butt into each other's love lives.
So let's assume that.
There can always be a girlfriend and this can end at any given point of time.
Yeah.
Like I think gay people, I think at least once they've gone through this in their life.
These kinds of lists exist.
Yeah, lists exist where like you just want to be with this person and these are the conditions you get. Not just gay people. Like there are many movies or the movies on the point of view of the girl where she's like, he's out of her league and she can never have. There are like very less movies like that and
No,
a couple
they
of
do.
good shows like that though. Like Suki's Putpoli.
Okay, where she's kind of almost a stalker.
She's crazy, she's stalker, she's a mess, that is there. But the trope is what? That he's unattainable for her.
Yeah.
He's out of her league, so she acts out. But what happens in these general straight heterosexual movies? The guy gets the girl by the end of it. And that is the happy ending. But in the darkness of it, you'll only understand when you go through it, right?
See, ultimately, another reason why girls are gravitating towards BLs not over straight romances. Straight romances have their place. This is the sheer numbers that exist of love stories and the number of straight love stories in almost everything. Even in an action film, there's a love story.
Yeah.
Even in a cop film, there's a love story.
That is my major problem though. Why should it be there?
I love it. So I don't have a problem with it.
See, I'm telling you, you can just make love movies and then make a huge political drama or something. And this is also something, right? I think I keep telling you this regularly, that film industry in India has started pushing love as something to be aspiring for decades now. Like immediately after Black and White, every single movie is love centered.
I don't think it's a film industry problem.
Because what was the media before that? It was stage. Is every single stage play a love story?
But that's also because
Does every single stage play have a love story?
You're also looking at a time where a lot of, in fact, women weren't acting. It was looked down for a woman to be out in the public sphere in that way. So they may have written or made stories which are more conducive to just men acting on stage. So they could be plays about valor or sacrifice, etc. There was love fiction.
There are also movies about like small things and like there are plays about like small instance, play about someone's scene or something. So what I'm trying to tell here is, because it has become a norm that whenever you go to theatre, you have to have some sort of a love movie, love track. Because the amount of movies which made no sense to have a love story in them for me,
That's immense.
Immense. I can't count it. I'm like, this is a science fiction film. Why is there a love story in this? This is a superhero film. Why is there a love story in this?
I guess that's also why people liked Project Hail Mary and there's no love story.
There's no love story.
And that's nice.
That's just good friendship. The show Feud is basically about just the feud between Joan Crawford and Betty. That's all. Betty Davis. Yeah. That's all. And nothing else. It is not about their love life.
So this is I think we also have differing definitions of what a love story is. Even in Feud, Susan Sarandon's character, which I guess is Joan Crawford.
No. Betty Davis.
Betty Davis. Okay. Susan Sarandon's character. There is a producer she's involved with, and that in fact makes Joan, the other actress, very, very insecure. Insecure because she is like, oh, your personal involvement with this guy is basically going to ensure that you have a better role.
Not the producer.
Yeah, director, producer, both. I don't know. He's a very wealthy guy.
And she was also doing the direction of that thing.
So she's like, your personal involvement with him means that if he's sweeter on you than on me, he likes me as an actress, but he likes you, likes you.
Yeah.
That's going to, I'm at a disadvantage.
Fuckability always beats respect, right?
Yeah. No, it's like, it's a bias. Love is a blind spot. So, I mean that. And I know that since human beings have interpersonal relationships, human beings are in love almost all the time. There's either a crush or an ex or a husband or a boyfriend or an ex-husband, something. I get it why those things are included in movies.
But it's also a little bit toxic, right? Like we see two men saying "I love you, bhai" or something to each other. They probably are fucking.
And
98 of 100 instances, they are gym bros who are trying to be with each other but can't be because of their girlfriends and trainers. But the two people who are just genuinely good bros, good friends, they can't even say "I love you" without people like us saying "your boyfriend."
I think people like us would be very, I don't know about you, but I'd be damn chill. I'm like, I see, anyway,
Yes,
see-
Charlie and Nick. भाइयों में कितना प्यार है?
just two best bros, roommates living together. with
Two
a
best friends in
dog.
a room. They might kiss. And that is what happens mostly.
Two better best friends, no feet apart, because they're just really close.
So, but at least we have been blessed with some like I also like any BL I keep mentioning. Let it be together, let it be bad buddy, let it be can't type, whatever it is. All these BLs are very high schooly. Like how all love stories are very college, marriage, age appropriate that we get in heterosexual romances. But like you're in the prime of your life, now your love story. That is not 80% of love stories in movies. Similarly, in BLs also, there is way lesser how did they grow into this or how love happened. It's always high school and school sort of a thingy.
Not always, though.
You have seen like 4 collectively.
Yeah.
So out of the 20, I've showed you 4 different things.
Hmm.
So Cherry Magic we saw.
But that could also just be an East Asian culture thing.
Yeah.
That there might be a higher emphasis on showing like really young people. Also, a lot of these things, by the way,
Because
we're
you're
talking
also
about
targeting
media.
the correct audience, right?
No,
They're making BLs for Fujoshis and Pandashis who are 12-year-old
who are
kids.
12-year-old kids. And
Yeah.
also, you have to understand that a lot of media ultimately just comes down to logistics.
Yeah.
If you've got Asian actors, Thai actors, Japanese actors, Korean actors who can look very, very young
Yeah.
till a very old age, if you can have a 30-year-old convincingly play a 19-year-old, you're gonna be like, I can make a story about falling in love for the first time
Yeah.
at the age of 19, at the age of 18. That's also just, I think, not possible where we're talking about movies made in the Indian subcontinent. I'm talking Hindi movies.
Yeah.
You're talking Telugu movies. You're talking Tamil movies. We look our age,
Yeah.
you know, beyond a certain point. I don't think you can pretend a 30-year-old is a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
God knows actors try. God
But
knows
anyway.
you've seen that. But once everyone starts looking like an adult, you have to show, I think, the adulthood.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I have to say, our movies are kind of a pot boiler, okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about single genre, like BLs. We're talking about these single genre things. So it's like love is just love.
Yeah.
Our movies like to do, वो बोलते हैं ना, इसमें action है, comedy है, drama है,
It's a
romance
full
है.
family entertainer.
हाँ, पूरी family देख सकती है.
It's like that is the most British thing to do, saying it's a full family entertainer.
Entertainer.
Where father wants to see the item song, mother wants to see the heroine get married, children want to see someone have fun in the movie.
See, ultimately, it's just about whose gaze is it
Yeah.
made for, and a lot of the romances that we're seeing, the mainstream ones, we're going on calling them straight romances, but like, you know, to the people, there's no distinction.
Yeah.
All romances are actually straight romances.
Yeah.
वो एक जो like शुभ मंगल ज्यादा सावधान,
Yeah.
okay, which is Ayushmann and Jeetu.
Jituka.
You know, they're in love.
Iconic film.
Iconic film. And also, I think, see, technically, you could call it a slightly weddingy movie. It's
Yeah.
a bit like DDLJ. He is like, no, your family is gonna see why we are good for each other. You know, I know they want you to get married to a girl, but I'm gonna show them why I'm better
This
for you.
makes sense that it's like, let's make a gay DDLJ.
That was their intention.
Yeah, that's all.
DDLJ is the most iconic straight romance of all times. Let's go there.
Let's put Neena Gupta in it for some
Let's
reason.
yeah, and Katraj Rao for some other reason, you know.
Yeah.
It's like the father who doesn't get it, and also what an interesting way. Amrish Puri is an authoritarian.
Yeah.
Gajraj Rao is afraid.
Yeah.
He's like, what I mean? Although even though his behavior is so, I think it really hurt. It was really hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
When he's realized that his son is gay,
Yeah.
and then he's like, no, I don't want to marry the girl, etc. He keeps a shraddh for his son.
Yeah.
He's like, he's dead now, and I think he's
Oh,
taken
like
a different name because of what he's been doing with the
That
boy.
is not even dark or gore, okay?
I
There
felt
is this
sad.
You felt sad for that? There's this Netflix movie. I think it's some sort of an English name, and this came around 377 ka that thing.
Ah, okay.
So
Decriminalization.
yeah,
of
around that time.
homosexuality.
So it's like Yeah, I think these actors also you remember. I think let me try to find it and give you the reference. What happens is,
You don't know the movie's name.
Yeah,
You don't know the actor's
It's
name.
like a very-
Do you guys see what I have to put up with on this podcast?
it's like a very small sort of a thing, right? Like, Gay was not mainstream back
Yeah.
then. So it's a story about the mother and the son. Father is there. Father is more angry. And 377 ka that thing was happening, and there's one scene in that small movie only where he's like, "This is unnatural." ऐसे कैसे होता है? He's yelling at the TV.
Which language film is this?
ये हिंदी का ही.
I don't know Badhai though.
No, this is not mainstream. Not Bollywood.
Not mainstream.
Yeah, so this happened, and the mother tries to, it's like, okay, all of this is there. She's like the doormat sort of a mother. Like, she's like, okay,
I'll
fine,
protect
fine,
my son, but I can't like raise my voice against my husband. Kind of.
Yeah. And like, he'll understand he's angry, but he'll come around is
Come
what
around,
she's
yeah.
thinking at the same time. And he also has not completely come out to the mother. And she is also trying to, usko kya bolte hai, fathom with all this. That is like, remember this guy that I'm living with for a while? He's my boyfriend. And there is one, this I will remember for the rest of my life, okay? They're sitting on the stairs and there's like ending right before the climax, sort of an epilogue with the mother and son. And mother is like, ye ganda nahi hota, like something is what she asks when you immediately just talk about. And this guy is like, okay, ganda hai, to all six is ganda. And where you do, what you do, and how you do it is different. So that her coming forward and saying something like that, and she also doesn't say it with itna usko authoritarian, ye ganda hai, mat karo. She doesn't do that.
Again, fear.
Yeah. With the son, no.
Yeah.
And she's also mindful. That is more important. Not just the fear. She's mindful. That, okay, is it not non-healthy? Is it not bad? And apparently he gets touched by one of his uncles in
When he
childhood.
was young. Huh?
Yeah. And he tells her that, and apparently that was consensual. It was not that thing.
Oh, it wasn't assault.
Yeah, it's like it was not assault. It was just, you did it with your, like, she asked, like, where did you do it for the first time? Did someone do something to you? And he's like, no, I did it with cousin, uncle or something like that. And he's like, is he bad? But he's married with kids and all. She says, and also, did he do something to you? Should I call? Like, I'm very angry. No, it was consensual. I mean, there was not many options. I was in a village, something he says. And see, all of those are real experiences, real questions. Yeah, none of this you will ever see in a mainstream Hindi movie or any other language movie.
So the thing is, the more uncomfortable topics a movie touches, वो उतना ज़्यादा, it's like a mainstream is like one 2-lane road.
Yeah.
You just keep getting pushed to the shoulder of the road, and then the alt movies, they're driving in the jungle.
Yeah.
Two people will see that movie, their lives will be changed.
Yeah.
Everybody else is watching Welcome to the Jungle.
At the same time, oh yeah. Then after they tell the father, and it's inevitable that they tell the father puts a full shraddh in the house. He's like, my son is not there anymore. And shraddh ka pura Japan, the Yagyapan also they're doing. Like, we're finished off. After today, there is nobody else. He sits there, okay, without the wife, he sits there, he starts doing the Kriya Param also. And then that is where the mother character breaks. And she comes, is like, I gave birth to him. I put him in my stomach for 9 months and then gave birth to him. I went through the labor. You don't get to do this ritual. You don't get to say he's not our son. That is the only time she screams in the entire movie and done.
That's crazy. But also, I think thoda sa the empathy centers of the movies, they have to be the moms,
Yeah.
for people who may not have any BLs, etc. to look at, right? Actually, a sensitively and well done straight movie, like
Yeah.
straight love. Again, which is why I'm like, okay, Jab We Met or a Tamasha or something, might help people understand that, yeah, there are these struggles where a person that you're in love with, they don't know what they want to do with their life. They're in the throes of depression. They've got family issues, you know, all of these things. And love can be a struggle. Sometimes loving someone is being there for them, helping them come out of their shell, etc. In case people don't have access to a BL, thankfully we don't have to live in that world. In case they don't have access to, access to a BL, a straight movie should be well done.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we're not getting that also, no.
Yeah.
But which is what is my big answer to. This is why girls like BLs and they don't like. Because you don't want to see movies where it's like with that Raja Hindustani thing. ये तुम नहीं पहन सकती. ये क्या कपड़े पहन रखे हैं तुमने? And she is like, I would like to wear what I want. Next scene में 4 गुंडियाँ behind her. So this is just to validate the guy's point.
You just keep giving, okay, so you see, is world not bad outside? Yes, it is. But if you're going to put rules, that's what, no, like Richa Chadda says famously.
Put your guys in
Yeah.
put your boys in the house.
तुम लड़कों हमको अच्छे से सिखाओ,
Exactly,
लड़के
ना.
unsafe होंगे ही नहीं.
If you want to put a curfew, you're like, women are unsafe, so women should have curfew. And what about the people who are the perpetrators of those crimes, after dark crimes?
Yeah.
No curfew on them.
See, that is what you expect crime out of one gender and you expect the other gender to be the victim. This expectation goes away.
First of all,
50% of the problem because
no, but the date. If
the
daytime
gaze
shouldn't-
which we talked about,
Huh.
right? The gaze which we talked. This girl is the one who's supposed to be perceived. Boy is the one who's perceiving. These look as fun tropes in BLs, but these become heavily. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? They hang like a knife on our head when we're watching heterosexual romance.
Also because,
the
yeah.
misogyny you can't.
You can't separate from
Yeah,
from
इसमें तो there is no misogyny. It's just a trope. So it's funnier. It becomes like a stereotype sort of a funny. Like in Than type also, like they call each other Mia and that thing. So it's like yeah wife, yeah husband type they call each other. And that works out.
When does this happen?
In 12 episodes, like Mia happy says.
Oh, okay, see, this is what happens. Language barrier.
Yeah. So because that happens, the trope looks nicer and healthier that you would want to have a relationship like this. It doesn't feel like, oh my god, I want to be in a relationship, but what if he says I should not wear short clothes? Itna real life problems don't come up when you're watching the BL.
See, also,
Adding on your logic.
also these things, they're just not going to... because male bodies are not policed as much as female bodies. And insofar we're talking BLs as in men. Men falling in love with men. Boys falling in love with boys. Male bodies are not policed the way girls' bodies are.
Yeah.
So thousands of things just won't come up. Protection cause you're weak, like you're unsafe at night. Okay, this is not gonna come up. You can't wear like short clothes because guys are looking at you, guys are objectifying you. That's not really going to come up. Maybe some stories may say like, do your parents give you freedom because my parents give you a freedom? Might come up a little bit, especially in the high school romances you're talking about. But again, you look at a movie like DDLJ, that's the whole problem.
Yeah.
Kajol's father, Amrish Puri, Simran's dad, is never going to understand that she is an individual with her individual autonomy and life and thoughts. And the speech, I don't know if you know, Farida Jalal is her mom.
I know.
And she gives her the big speech that when I had a daughter, I told myself that she will never sacrifice herself for
Because
the
I did my
whims
life.
of
Yeah,
men
yeah.
the way I had to. And today, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing to you because I failed in that endeavor. And there is no rook. Also, it's so weird. The heterosexual movie universe, the universe of straight love stories, they like to keep it far from feminism.
Yeah.
They don't like, even though the women are in the movie,
None of them will pass a Bechdel test.
very few will.
Yeah.
Almost zero. Like 99% won't. Because even though women are in the movie, they also want to show only a particular kind of girl.
Because the
falling in
story
love.
is about the hero.
They also want to show a particular kind of girl, very docile, very subservient, might not have dreams and ambitions of her own. Girls are like, that's fake. Like, you're so lying to me right now.
I see a lot of BLs, but I don't see GLs as much. So my main GL experience in the recent times was Agatha and Rio. Like
Okay.
Death and Agatha. And that is not even the main point of the show. But what happened, it's like a lesbian romance which is so away from the male gaze. It's so organic, like one of them is literal death. Yeah. And the other one is just a mess and literal chaos. Like she'll do whatever fuck. She'll do anything. But in a very complicated show, if you can have a through line of a romance between two women and not be male gazy, I think you can make those guys. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
And you know what?
I think we should revisit this because
Yeah.
I have yellow jackets
Oh.
like screaming at me from my watch list, and I'm gonna watch it because first of all, Sophie Nelly's icon. She's in
Rose
the
Landry.
show. Rose Landry.
Jindabad.
Jindabad. Queen of the gays. We have to see that. We have to see that show.
Queen of the gays, Rose Landry.
But-
Minister of the gays, Hollander.
Yeah.
The way that country is going to run like clockwork.
President of the gays, Svetlana.
Yeah. Svetlana is the home minister.
This would qualify as a GL, although it is a drama,
Hmm.
and they have fallen in love. But spoiler alert: I'm talking about Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Okay.
For two women who fall in love. One is I think one is this. This one is a painter, then she's an artist. The other one, rich family, she's betrothed to a guy, etc. But again, this is a period fiction. So women or a girl having no idea of what your desire is, who you might fall in love, who you might be attracted to, you don't know. Imagine a Little Women, Pride and Prejudice, Vana
Yeah.
Zamana, and no encouragement. In fact, the woman who is the painter, right? She's her reputation around is that this is a woman who has painting is barely a profession today.
Yeah.
Imagine back in the day, and women who used to keep the home, etc. This girl to have broken rules and be like, I'm gonna be an artist, I'm a painter, and then she doesn't get like good subjects, etc. to paint, and also she has to do portrait work. So she's come to do the portrait of a woman.
Oh God, which we'll discuss in length in my second artist episode as to why artists are horribly having to make a living painting someone's father or mother.
If someone likes it, I understand.
Who
but
likes
this-
painting portraits? Comment below. Please tell me if one of you actually likes this.
She's come to do this work.
Mm.
She's supposed to make a painting, and also that girl is of marriageable age, etc., etc. It's I think in general, lesbian movies have a more intellectual highbrowness to them because you know what, women might watch this.
Yeah.
Women
Women are watching this.
Barely women are watching it because there's also this like cute love thing that happens. Unfortunately, I feel like as women ko dekhe logo people are like tragedy kar loge na tum Meena Kumari.
So you were just thinking that's about women?
Till a point it was that is what was happening with men as well. But now we've come into cute BL territory, right?
Fluff pieces are coming. That is what I do feel like, right? With the BL industry, fluff pieces become the norm because there is so much drama.
But the issue with
And people just want to watch happy.
the thing with GLs and lesbian love stories would be that I guess people would sort of throw money at it if it would appeal to the male gaze. Movies like Portrait of a Lady on Fire is not going to appeal to the male gaze. It's also very, again, the texture of the movie, very slow period fiction, very gloomy weather and all, very Wuthering Heights in its the book Wuthering Heights, not that Slipshod movie.
I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
in that one, very sensitive, etc. But it does have it's very sad ending, you know, where they are in love with each other, but they cannot be with each other. And the girl makes the painting. The painter, she makes the painting. I think that girl, her subject, she has to marry. So she has to marry the guy she's supposed to get married to.
Yeah.
I think many years later, she goes to like an art gallery or something, and the painting, her painting is in the gallery, and there is a secret message in the painting. There was a book that they would read together. I forget what, and there was I think a line which confessing love from one to the other. And it was on some page number. So in the painting, she's holding a book, and that page number is visible. So it's a love confession. And I think I remember watching that the film and feeling all these different kinds of things. And one of the primary things was that women can sell almost everything according to media, right? Like if you get a woman looking hot enough, she can sell everything from cars to movies to pornography, everything. But somehow women cannot tell love stories about themselves.
Yeah.
If there are two women who are in love, you make a movie like Portrait of a Lady on Fire, like 4 people are gonna watch it, okay? And again, it's got all these makings of period fiction, very sad, very introverted, very.
Or you see movies like All You See Is Lighter. What is with that?
That's not a lesbian movie.
Kritika Sutti. Yeah, that is the name.
That's not our GL. That's not.
That is what it is, right? It is the ultimate lesbian films because it doesn't even have a love story.
No, this isn't it.
Tell me if it is not. Also, remember, guys, when we told you that we were going to tell you how to make a boyfriend? We forgot about that kind of.
I was, if anyone is keeping score, like keeping track, I was never on board with that. How do you make there's a Parks and Recreation episode.
Yeah.
Why Government Matters is an essay that the small girl has to write, and that's why they're on a tour of a government building.
Yeah.
No one's in office except for Ron Swanson. So the girl only talks to Ron Swanson, this child.
Oh,
like
God.
8, 9 years old. And then she has to write, and he tells her about taxes and stuff. And then he's like, and then he's just sitting in office the next day, chilling. The girl's mother comes and she's like, what did you say to my daughter? And then he is like, she wanted to know about how the government works, and I told her. She's like, yeah, I know what you told her. She puts her essay on the table. The heading is Why Government Matters. On all the lines, niche, there's only one line written open. It doesn't. Taking that parallel with this one, how do you make a boyfriend? You don't. Focus on your shit, girl.
I mean, we'll still tell that to you next week.
Not.
I mean, we'll tell you how to not make a
I
boyfriend.
progressed every step of the way.
We'll tell them how to not make a boyfriend.
That's okay.
That is something we can tell you with so much confidence and experience.
And years of experience.
How dare you?
Mine, mother, not yours.
Mine too. But.
Until next time, guys. Toodles.